There's wishful reporting in all sports that we hope that there's something because that gives us something to talk about. So it could be Zion moving on or they move on from him. It could be Dame in Portland. It could be Bradley Beal in Washington. If you were going to rank those three, not wishful reporting, but actual reporting, the likelihood that who is moved, where would you start?
I think the most likely of those is Beal to get traded. The Wizards may not term it a rebuild, but they can't bring the same team back. They had like the ninth highest payroll this year and didn't even make the play-in. Not acceptable. You don't need like incredible insider analysis to know that they don't want to bring that team back. And the contract for Beal is onerous. You have to separate Beal the player and Beal the contract, because right now what we're talking about is the contract. I think the Wizards want out of that contract. Michael Winger, who just got hired, didn't sign it. Then I think Zion, although I'm not convinced it's going to happen because his value, it's not a good time to trade him. His value is low. I just think that they've reached a point there in New Orleans where they are now saying, well, what are our options? And I'm kind of surprised at how out there it is, Dan. Like, I'm being very careful in how I'm couching what I'm saying because I'm very sensitive to aggregation. And the last thing that I want is report : Windhorst says Pelicans to trade Zion. I don't believe that.
Okay.
But that said, over the last 3 or 4 days, as I talk to more and more teams, I continue to hear more conversations that the Pelicans are having about it. So you can try to infer that. I think that there's a significant interest in them in judging the market. And then Lillard, as of right now, and I have to underscore right now, it's 11:30 Eastern on Thursday, June 15th. As of right now, I think he wants to be a Blazer. I think the Blazers are trying to make moves to support him. The trades that I have heard the Blazers in negotiations for over the last few days are trades that are centered around building around Dame. If they don't make a deal, if they end up drafting a teenager with the third pick next week, I do think Dame could reevaluate and say, what are we doing here? But you're asking me right now at 11:31. Right now, Dame is not being traded, nor is he asking to be traded.
Yeah, he gets older, they get younger. That's not a recipe for winning anything in Portland.
Well, to be honest with you, don't tell anybody this, but the Blazers kind of already started a rebuild. They tanked the last 2 years.
But why not just continue then, Brian?
See, this is the thing. Like, if they were hiring me as a consultant, I would say you had the number 8 pick last year. They drafted Shaden Sharp, who's got a high upside. They have the number 3 pick this year. You're already halfway there.
Sure.
You could see what the market could get you for Dame. But I also don't have to fill the Moda Center. I don't have to sit there in front of the fans. They have not been competitive with Dame the last couple of years, as good as he is. So I would say, if I were them, I would seriously consider saying, we've already kind of started the rebuild, and what could we get for Dame right now? My God, the offers would be robust. But that is not how they are acting. That is not what Joe Cronin, the general manager, has said. That is not how they are acting. They are behaving as if they are trying to build right now around a guy who's been the best player in franchise history. And I understand that as well.